Okay, so I really don't know where to start with this video. I know that some people are going to be a little bit upset. Some other people are going to agree with what I have to say. Just so you know, the reason why I'm making this video, it's because I'm trying to learn more and I'm trying to understand a little bit more about the whole NFT world myself. So bear with me, let's get through this together. So there seems to be two kind of people, those who are team NFT and those who hate NFT altogether, plain and simple. I still have to make my mind up, as I said, because basically I'm torn between what I feel and the opinion of people that I love, admire and respect professionally and as human beings. Now, there are many aspects of the NFT crypto art movement to consider. On one end, the NFT platforms like Foundation, SuperRare, Rarible, OpenSea, they give freedom to people to create and make things and sell them on the open market, sometimes at prices which seem incredibly overblown for what people get usually paid for the work of artists or designers. Those who are getting paid the good money are enjoying this, and those who don't get paid the good money, they're not enjoying it as much. On the other end, NFT platforms also inviting people who post things that can arguably be considered as art. Things that often are bad, not only because they represent nothing and they're just plain ugly, but also because this mocks the system in which we're trying to build this thing, lowering the perception of the value of the work of real artists who put a lot of effort in doing the things that they do. But yet again, is this a fair statement for me or for anyone to make? I mean, what is art anyway? And more important, what is the function of art in our modern society? You see, Maurizio Cattelan in 2019 strapped a banana to a wall and sold that for 120k, passing it for art. As a consequence, in 2021, people still talk about that piece of art and how the whole episode managed to become a media phenomena. So in a way, it is safe to say that in the modern day and age, one of the main goals of art, or one of the main functions of art, is the ability to make people pay attention. This is what we do when we post stuff on social media. Anyway, we compete to get the attention of others. And so you see, if we look at this, we should not judge aesthetics, we should not judge the execution, we should judge the message. So if people get mad because they think that this opens up the world to art that does not deserve to be called art, then who is to decide what art is, what belongs or not into these NFT platforms? And you see, this is a question to which I myself don't have an answer, but I can tell you that for sure, getting mad at the whole NFT movement is not going to give us any answer. Another thing that it's making people very angry is the fact that NFTs seems to be devastating for the environment because of the use of the blockchain and the fact that the blockchain burns tons of energy. Now, the environment is super important and we should all be concerned, make no mistake. But do you remember a few years ago how people were arguing whether or not electric cars were good for the environment? How some people would say that Tesla would use more gas than a car and all that? Well, virtually every article that you will find on the internet from 2019 onward seems to point into the direction that electric cars are actually good for the environment. So good that some countries like Norway, for example, they will stop the sale of gas vehicles altogether by 2025. Also, Los Angeles plans to have only electric vehicles by 2040. The point that I'm trying to make is that the exact same type of discussion that is happening now for the NFTs used to happen back then for the electric cars. Now, just by observing this, I have to ask myself, can it be that maybe we're just overreacting? This is a rhetoric question, and I am asking because I honestly don't know, so don't be mad at me. Another thing to consider before getting mad at artists for using NFTs is that NFTs have been around since 2017. They did not magically appear this year. People used to make them, flip them, burn them, distribute them already a few years ago. Another thing that you might not know is that the industry that has been using NFTs since more or less its inception is the video game industry. Now, how many of you have been criticizing the NFTs movement but still play video games? If then we look a little bit back at the bigger picture with the blockchain, which seems to be the bad guy of the story, you'll be pleased to know that a lot of companies have been using the blockchain for things like data transfer, document validation, banking, since already 2016. Wanna know which companies they're using the blockchain for their operation? Well, the list is very long, I'll tell you a few. DHL, you know, the guys who bring your Amazon stuff when you shop online. Visa, when you make payments with your credit card. Pfizer, I mean, you know, these are the guys that are making the antidote. What is it? No, it's not the vaccine against corona. These are the guys who supposedly are saving our lives. Are we going to point the fingers at them now and call them the bad people because they use the blockchain? I mean, as you can see, the list is very big, it's very substantial. Are we really going to say that now somehow artists are responsible for global warming? Are we really going to ignore everything else and just point the finger at artists and expect that artists are the one responsible about the environment? I mean, I'm not saying that they should not be responsible about the environment. I'm just saying that, can it be that we're getting mad at the wrong people for the wrong reasons? I'm just saying. Look, the point that I'm trying to make is that this is a time where media content creators want your attention. They're going to be very polarizing in order to get it. They're gonna write stuff and they're going to say things that are going to put us against each other. We're going to have Team NFT and Team I hate NFTs. We have seen it happening before and we're gonna see it happen again. Now, you're free to believe whatever it is that you want to believe, because one thing that I've learned on the internet is that people have an opinion and nothing is going to change that. I have to say that myself, I still don't understand 100% what's going on. So I do not know how to feel yet. Now, I'm selling my artwork on Foundation. I've started well before that there was any sort of issue like this. And what I see personally is that for the very first time in history, talented people are getting paid good money for the hard work, for their passion, for their creativity. And if you feel as a person that you want to stand on your high moral horse and tell these people that they need to be ashamed of themselves, and you have no concrete information other than an article on Wired or Medium, at least do not post the link to the article on your Facebook page while standing in front of your SUV. Thanks a lot for watching. My name is Fabio Palvelli. See you guys next time.